tailgate. So we go, we're hanging out because we're friends outside of the firehouse and the police department and the hospital. We're first on the scene, rush over to Med. We see that it's a flesh-eating bacteria. Med gets involved and is trying to figure out what this is, working with the CDC. And then we discover that it actually may be intentional and an act of terrorism, which is how the police get involved. So it's the only time during the season where fire starts off the 3-hour walk. Yeah, thank you. The 3-hour event. Starts out the 3-hour event, then we go into Med, and then we go into PD. So it's exciting though. The trailer is freaking epic.
Yeah.
It's a film.
Yeah.
It's a television. It's so good.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Do you want to see it?
Just like right now.
No. Let's just watch it. This can be part of the interview. Okay, but yes, I'm pulling it up.
I think to get everyone together, and we do this. We've been doing this for maybe 3 years now, but since last year, 4 years, we started. Last year we started airing all 3 shows on the same night, which I think was a gamble from the network. And we weren't sure if we were going to put people on Chicago overload, but it's worked well. You know, the fans really responded to it, and it makes when we do crossovers, it kind of makes it a little bit more seamless. So you have characters who will do Fire Med PD with a through storyline. You see characters kind of interweave in between different shows, and that's what we've been working on. We've been shooting this for maybe a month now. I mean, just kind of polishing, and you'd have another character go, and we're adding things where maybe if something's not perfect the way the writers and producers want it, we're going back and dotting the I's, crossing the T's to make it as you know, to make it great, because I know the fans really look forward to it. We enjoy it. We put a lot of work into it this time, and across the board our ADs, and it's, you know, it can be a little difficult. It's like wrangling cats with trying to get everyone on the different projects and different shows. So yeah, it'll be, you know, like an epic 3-hour movie, you know.
And Taylor, you mentioned talking about just in terms of how this has been shot. I know it's been different than in past years because you guys have been working a lot more on weekends, and you guys still aren't done with it yet even. So like, just to compare to years past, like what has been shooting this specific crossover been like?
I think there's a bit of familiarity, so I don't feel like the curveballs like I felt when we first started. But you put a lot of time into it, and it's just, you're gonna have to bend, you know, because to the schedule and to whatever. I think it was not this past weekend, the weekend before, we shot Sunday morning because we shut down a street in downtown Chicago, which I don't know how far up the ladder that goes, like to the mayor, but they're not. If it's any other day, you're not shutting down. You know, you're not shutting down a street. It's a huge city in downtown. So like if we get, you know, you can only ask, and it doesn't hurt to ask. So when the writers write this, and it's, you know, it can be one thing on paper, but to actually execute it and to get it done, you do whatever it takes. So yeah, church Sunday morning, we're shooting. Yeah. You know, and I really, it's a testament to how hard the producers, the writers work. And then, listen, if you just here's one. It was probably his idea. It was probably his idea to do the whole street thing.
For Kidd and Severide as the season progresses.
See, and he's the guy to ask. So I just go talk to the writers, talk to DH.
Talk to our creator.
Yeah.
Our beloved creator.
Well, I mean, that is a good. Let's just go there. We have to. We might as well. It seems like these two characters are in a good place right now. It's been really kind of fun to watch. I think, you know, just they're nice, you know, regular couple kind of moments, right?
Yeah.
So, is that gonna last?
I don't know. I've only read episode 9.
I know, me too. So,
well, what's your hope?
knows?
What's your feeling?
I feel like this is nice for the both of us, and I feel like Severide at one point would have kind of blown it all up just to do it because he, like, his nervous system doesn't know how to handle just like a long
Domestic.
period of a long period of just like calm, stillness, peace, routine. You know, there's like it's something in him that like craves that adrenaline of like not knowing. So, but for him, I think that's done. Like that is completely in the past. For Stella, I think she is so enjoying this. We talked about how Otis passed away, and I think that one of the things that is helping her cope and him is having each other and really like leaning into the love that they have, and him passing makes us realize, you know, how wonderful and how special we are to one another. I do think that Stella is going through a bit of like so she gets signed up by Bowden to go to this leadership conference, and he begins really taking her on as his project to groom her to move up in the CFD. And there's a part of her that is very excited, but also just feels kind of like this imposter syndrome and doesn't know if like she really deserves it. So I don't know if that will carry through into her relationship with Severide and her feeling like she doesn't deserve to have something so wonderful. But as far as we can see here and now, it's like, it's good. It's really, really, really good. And they're just like, they're solid, they're sturdy, and they're there for one another. But I hope not. I think that they're great together, like, truly.
How similar do you guys feel to your characters? Like going in depth with how they're feeling right now. Do you think you'd be friends with them?
Oh, like, do I think I would be friends with what, like Stella?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, for
How
sure,
like
for
do you
sure.
feel to her too?
Well, what?
How like do you feel to her in personality traits and such?
I feel very similar to her, but also very different. I think she is content with a stable life. Do you know what I mean? She works at the bar, she works in the CFD, and until Bowden proposed her going to this leadership conference, she would have been a firefighter forever. She would have, she would have never, I think, put herself up for a promotion or tried to become a lieutenant or move up. So in that way, I think she and I are very different. Like, I really want to continue to move up and to move better and to, just like climb. Like, I think that my, what's the word? It starts with an A. My
Ambition.
My ambition is a lot stronger than hers. She's also very, very competitive. I'm kind of competitive, but not as much as she is. And she is a lot more guarded than I am. I think it's a lot easier for me to like be vulnerable and open up and be emotional, and Stella is like, no, screw that. Like everything is good. I'm here. It's fine. Except with Kelly, that's all she wants to do. It's just to open up and be. But yeah.
Okay, so Taylor, Severide has been through more than any humans go through. And we've already talked a little bit about how that's kind of, I think he's grown quite a bit. We've seen that in his relationship with Stella. What's your take on the way that he's evolved since we first met him?
Yeah, it's just been tumultuous, at the least. And this is the first time I remember, just with character-wise, I know we entertained the idea last year we were dating, but there's always something. There was always like a thorn in the side. Even when things were good, there was like that elephant in the room of like, oh, something's gonna happen, or somebody else comes into the fold, or a girl comes in, and we don't have any of that. So it feels good. It feels good to. I think it helps to focus and delegate your energies other places as opposed to bickering.
Yeah.
So when you don't have that and you have a support system and someone that you trust, and I think you grow in other areas, and I think that's what's going on. It's like she's in this training program and he can help with her with, let's say, scuba diving training. She was, I mean, this is coming up, but it's just one thing she's a little hesitant, reluctant, anxious about, and he's like, well, I can help you with that. And then going in, and so there's a house fire the police department gets involved with that, they claim that they think it's arson. It's chalked off as an accident. The further we get into it, turns out it is. The police take care of the matter, and then I do some follow-up work that I'm kind of in Stella's shoes, where I'm like, I'm getting asked to do this thing. I'm honored, but I wanna. This is my box, and I think she kind of helps me. She's like, you could do this. I think it'd be good for you. So I think returning the favor in prospering. That's what we've been doing, which it's really been kind of dead-end relationships that Severide's been in, or getting married and she takes off like this girl, or Anna dies.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just it's always kind of like a bleak ending, and I feel the first half of the season anyway, it's allowed other storylines and allows us to go other places and tell other stories other than just getting upset with each other and fighting and squabbling over what feels like immature nonsense.
It is nice. It's nice to have this be solid. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.